all doing great today. Today I wanted to make a video requested not so long ago in the comment section, and it was about my makeup routine and how I do my makeup. Well, basically the makeup that I do in almost all of my videos, the one I do before recording. So today I thought I would do this to show you how I do my makeup. Also, I wanted to discuss a bit about the insecurities that I may have regarding my skin and my face and everything. And this, I had the idea after watching a recent video from Slide Sounds. This is what she have done in this video. She was basically discussing her insecurities regarding her face and her skin, and I really enjoyed this video of hers, especially being vulnerable on camera with all of you. I think it's brave, and I wanted to discuss this as well, because actually I'm not a big fan of having to do your makeup in order to be presentable. I mean, actually I don't put makeup every day on my face. It's funny because right now I'm living with my boyfriend, and when I'm putting on makeup he knows I'm gonna record, because I don't really put makeup on unless I'm recording a video or unless I'm going out seeing a friend or feeling like putting on a nice outfit and a nice look with the makeup. I'm the kind of person who really enjoys fashion and coming up with outfits and ideas, so in that way I enjoy playing with makeup as well, but I don't feel like I need to put on makeup in order to be presentable. So that's what I wanted to discuss with you. Okay, so that's why I wanted to start off this video with nothing on my skin. Actually, I've washed my skin this morning and I've put on a moisturizer, basically one for the eye area and a second one for the rest of the face, and this is what I do every day. So yeah, that's the bare minimum that I do to my face. And so yeah, I wanted to show you what I look like without anything on my face and discuss the things that I'm facing every day, or what's making me uncomfortable and what is not making me uncomfortable, and I wanted to discuss all of this with you. So for this I'm gonna go a bit closer to the camera so you can actually see my face. I'm pretty lucky since I don't have that much acne anymore. I used to have when I was younger, but really these days I'm having a couple of spots within the month, but it's not a big deal, I don't think so. So far I'm rather lucky. Of course, also basically what people would consider pretty within the standard beauty we all have these days, so that's a good thing as well. I really cannot complain about it. But yeah, my face is not too hard on me, really. I'm not having too much acne going on. I have naturally red cheeks and nose, basically ears sometimes, but it's not that big of a deal, even though when I do makeup I put a concealer on top to have nothing too red or anything at all. So that's something that I have, red cheeks, and sometimes it's especially red there on that side, and it looks like I got hit, but that's never the case, so don't worry, but I do have that going on once in a while. I basically have areas where my pores are bigger, especially in this area on the chin as well, but really you would have to focus to really see this. I think it's not something I'm insecure about, really. I'm not really that kind of person to be insecure about my own body and skin, so I'm very lucky that I'm not beating myself up because of the way I look. And that's why I think I'm also so comfortable without any makeup, because I don't think that I need to be perfect all the time. I know I'm not, and I'm completely okay with this. So yeah, areas where my pores are bigger. One funny thing too about my face is that my nose is not straight. If I look up, you can see that it's going one side. I think it's going to the left side. I'm gonna check because I have a mirror right there. So no, actually it's going to the right side. So yeah, it's a bit stupid, but my nose is not straight. Yeah. So I can see this in the video sometimes or in pictures, but it's not really something I'm insecure about again, so that's okay. And yeah, I don't really have negative comments about my appearance, which is very fortunate for me. Once again, I'm basically I'm within the current standards of beauty, so people are not really complaining about my looks. And I think they shouldn't be, but people on the internet feel like they can basically comment on the appearance of people, and this I'm really not comfortable about. But yeah, I'm not a victim of this, luckily. But yeah, just one thing I have comments once in a while is about my eyebrows, and if you can see, I've stopped tweezing the center part of my eyebrows, so there are a couple of hairs there. I actually really like it, but I know that many people are like grossed out by unibrows or anything, and mine is very subtle. But I know that many people hate this and find it ugly and disgusting, and I really couldn't care less, I think, because that's something I've actually really struggled, well, not being proud of, but being okay with my body and this small amount of hair that I have there compared with other people. And actually I had an ex of mine when I first started to let it grow out again, who told me that it was not pretty and that I looked like a man. So yeah, I don't believe this is true at all, and I'm very happy with my current look without any makeup. Really, I'm not complaining at all. And yeah, I'm completely okay with my face right now, even though as I was doing the pre-shots for the thumbnail, I thought to myself, I look a bit tired today, and I think that's probably because when I record I usually am with a full face of makeup, which is why it seemed strange to me, but really that's just because I usually put on makeup when I record, so that's it. So yeah, I think I've covered everything up regarding my face and what I think of it. The rest is pretty okay. So yeah, the under eye is a bit blue as well, but that's no big deal to me, it's okay. And yeah, basically red cheeks, crooked nose, a bit of a unibrow, and I think basically that's it. Also, the only thing that I'm still tweezing on my face is the moustache hairs. I'm so glad that Slide Sound actually mentioned it, because I'm still a bit, well, it's a bit taboo, I think, to be discussing female moustache hairs. But yeah, that's the very last thing that I am kind of insecure about. But really, it's barely noticeable, and I think that it's just me being a perfectionist, really. But yeah, I don't think there's nothing wrong with my face, and before I start doing my makeup, I want this to be very clear to you, that I don't think that you actually need to put on makeup to be presentable, to be cute, to be pretty, really. I mean, it's more about how you feel and how you love yourself and appreciate yourself for who you are. I mean, it may come across as a bit weird because, like I said, I'm what people consider to be a pretty girl, so it's a bit rough to just tell you, yeah, enjoy the way you look, because I'm privileged in that way. But I do really believe that no matter how you look, the important part is to accept yourself for who you are and not try to hide things or, just be unhappy with the way you naturally look, because that way you just end up, being uncomfortable with yourself, and that way when people will criticize you, will take this really hard. But if you do not care about what they say, it's not gonna have the same strength to you. It's not gonna hurt as much. That's what I mean, really. So yeah, once again, I'm not putting on makeup every day, and it's very much something I do before recording, and when I'm going on to do a nice outfit and I want the makeup to go with it, So yeah, that was a big intro, but I'm gonna go straight into the makeup that I do when I record. So I have everything there. I'm not gonna, I already have washed my face and put on the moisturizer, but I can show you what I use nevertheless, so you know what product I'm using. Okay. So first of all, for washing my face, I'm using this, which is Sonoflor Asiana Botanica, which is a cleansing foam, really. And yeah, it's for water. It's for face and eyes, and it's for all skin types, even sensitive and everything. So yeah, it's for all skin types, and this is what I'm using, really. And I really like this because it's straight out, coming out as a foam, so it's very, very gentle on the skin. And I usually use this in the morning, and in the evening I'm cleansing twice my face a day. Then I move on to putting on some moisturizer. So this is the one for the eye that I'm using, and yeah, it's Intense Soothing Care. Apparently it's supposed to be for night, but really I'm using it morning and evening. Also, it's written that it's for the whole face and neck, but I'm using it only for the eyes, so I'm clearly not knowing what I'm doing with this. That's what I use for my eyes. And you can see that there's not that much yet. Well, there's not that much still in the bottle. And now for the rest of your face, I'm using this Ictian Hydra for normal to dry skin, and I apply it once again in the morning and in the evening on the face. One thing I'm not really doing is moisturizing my neck as well, and I probably should be, because I guess it's helping with the aging of the skin, but that's not really something I'm doing at the moment. That's everything that's on my face right now, and the very first step of my makeup is adding on some concealer underneath the eyes, on the cheeks, a bit on the nose as well, and yeah, basically that's to make the redness go away and hide the blueness underneath the eyes. Currently I'm using this from Too Faced, and yeah, I think it's very heavy, meaning that really you cannot see anything that's underneath the concealer. So like I said, I have my mirror right there, so I'm gonna watch that way when I put on the makeup, okay? So yeah, I don't really put that much. Actually, that's the one thing about my makeup, is that I spend so much time putting on the makeup, and in the end it looks like I'm barely wearing anything, so yeah, that's my makeup style, I think. And yeah, basically that's all I do. Okay, and then I go on and I tap with my finger just to blend it in the skin. It's working as well as the base on the top of the eye. So basically that's it. You've got one side which is done there. So you can see, yeah, it's looking very pale at the moment, but you can see that you're not having the redness there anymore, and the blueness is still a bit visible, but not as much as the other side. So yeah. That's the area I struggle with the most because I have really big pores there, and I'm trying to, well, hide them some way, but it's not really easy. Anyway, I'm sure I'm just focusing on stuff that people cannot really see anyway, so that's no big deal. So yeah, yeah, basically that's it. I could have put a bit more on the nose, which is a bit red yet, all still. But yeah, that's the part where I look very, very pale and like a ghost. But anyway, I'm not red yet. Well, I'm not red anymore, so that's the point. For the next step, I'm adding just a tiny bit of foundation. I'm using this one, which is a unifying corrective unclogging care, anti-imperfection and anti-marks. Funny, it's written shake well before use, and this is something I never do, but yeah, I should be apparently. So yeah, I also use a sponge thingy, beauty blender, that's the word, to put the foundation on, but I'm not using a lot of product. So yeah, basically this amount. And I basically put it on the cheeks again and everywhere else, but sometimes, well, it depends really. A bit on the nose as well, if it's still wet, like it is right now. So that's it for the foundation. I think I'm done. Yeah, so the base is done. What I do next, I go on with the powders. So I have one which is mattifying, and which I cannot go without because I have tendency to shine easily. I have a bit of an oily skin, so this one is mandatory for me. And I also have a blush I add on to the cheeks, and a bronzing powder I'm using for a bit of contour, but it's really subtle again. So for all this I'm using my big brush there, number 27 by April. And I start off with the translucent mosaic powder by Cool's. That's the one that's mattifying. So yeah, I use this one and I basically put it where I know I'm gonna shine, so forehead. Yeah, there as well, where I've put the concealer on my cheeks as well. And yeah, a bit on the chin, and that's it really. So that's it for this one. Then I move on to the bronzing powder, Terre Saharienne by Yves Saint Laurent. Basically it's all the makeup I've already used in my videos because I don't have that much makeup. Well, I think I actually do have quite a lot of makeup, but I'm never finishing anything anyway, so it's always the same makeup I have. So for this one, I'm putting some on the top of my forehead. There also. And at the jaw. So yeah, no big difference there. I feel like when I put something on my face regarding the powders, I'm usually not seeing a big difference afterwards. And yeah, I finish off with the blush. So depends on the day. Sometimes I put a bit of both. Sometimes only the pink, only the orange, but this time I'm gonna put both. And I'm just putting it just like that. There for the blush. So yeah, that's it for the base, and now I usually move on to the eyebrows and then to the eyes. For the eyebrows, I don't really do anything. I'm basically using an old mascara brush and just going through it, giving them a shape that I enjoy. And sometimes I even put a bit of soap in there to really give a shape to the eyebrows that they will keep later on. But yeah, I'm not doing anything and they're already quite dark and big, so I don't really feel the need to fill them up or anything. So that's all I do with my eyebrows. Now for the eyes, I'm using shades of brown, so a light one and a darker one, and that's basically the only two things I'm using. I also have a shinier one I had at the very last minute, but basically all my makeup can be done with these two shades. So I'm using this big brush and I'm just gonna go with the lighter shade, which is Kid Velux by MAC, and it's gonna go on top of the lid, the upper lid, and I'm putting it everywhere basically. And it's basically very close to the color of my skin, so you won't really be seeing anything there. No big difference before and after, I mean. I hope this is interesting because I'm not used to making makeup videos on myself, so I'm a bit, not in my natural element there. But I hope it's interesting anyway. And although I enjoy playing with makeup, I'm no expert, and I sure am doing things that are stupid to a trained eye, but yeah, it's working for me and I enjoy the finished result, so that's what matters. Then I move on with a small brush and the same color, and I'm adding it underneath the eye. Yeah, that's the part where I'm starting to make weird faces, sorry. And I do the same to the other eye also. Okay, that's pretty good for this color. Then I'm just gonna blend the edges out on top quickly. Okay, and then I'm moving on to the darker color. So for the darker color, I'm working with what's it called? Charcoal Brown Mate. And for this one, I'm only putting it on the outer corner and blending it in the crease of the eye, I think it's called. So yeah, something like that. So yeah, you can see it's all, I think, subtle in a sense, because I'm not using incredible colors. They are very earthy, and well, it's only like I'm adding a bit of darkness to my eyes, but could be shade or anything. It's natural, I would say. Natural looking. So yeah, once again I'm blending out the edges, but I'm not sure it's looking so good today. I'm not in my usual makeup setup, so I hope it's looking good. Okay, I think the top is good, and also this color I'm adding at the bottom as well with the second pencil, well, brush. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for the eyeshadows. It's looking good. And the only thing I'm adding then is the mascara. Yeah. Oh no, before adding the mascara, I can add the last color I often finish up my makeup look with. And it's the very light color there called Inhale. And it's from Urban Decay. And what I usually do is I go with this fluffier brush and either put it on at the center of the eye that way, or at the inner corner, depending, but today I'm putting it at the center. So yeah, that's it for the eyeshadows. For the mascara, I'm using this tool because I think it gives a nice shape to the lashes. Yeah, pressing it a couple of times. Okay. And then I go in with the mascara. I'm using this old one I have from Emma, which I'm finishing off. And that's usually the part when I put mascara somewhere on my eyelids and I have to put it away. I think I've just done it there. That's something I'm always doing at the end of my makeup session. Sorry for the weird faces, I'm really doing my best not to make them. Usually no one is watching me when I put on my makeup, okay? Okay, so yeah, I've made a mess as I usually do. And what I usually do is I brush the mascara I've just put on, and then I take off the mascara I've put on my lids. The small mistakes there. Okay. So for taking away the small mistakes I've made, I'm usually using a Q-tip and I put a bit of lotion on it. Cleansing milk that I have. I put a tiny bit on top of the Q-tip and I go for it. And yeah, I just go and take off the mascara I've put on my face without taking away too much makeup. So that's it for this eye, and I'm just gonna finish up the mascara for the second one. One thing I actually didn't say at the beginning of the video regarding my insecurities is about my lips, which are always dry because I'm always biting on them, and I'm always putting chapstick on to try to moisturize them, but they always are in need for more. Okay, then I go in with the mascara. What I like about this look is that, regarding the eyeshadow, you only need to have 2 shades, and I think it's fairly easy. So that's nothing too complicated to make, I think. I'm not really putting too much effort in it every day. But I'm sure that my routine is a bit long because I'm using so many products. I'm sure I could do with a bit less and just being quicker by using less products. Okay, so I'm just brushing in with this and we are good for the eyes. So that's it for my everyday makeup look. The one thing, like I said, that I'm basically doing all day is putting on chapstick. So I have this one I'm currently using, but frankly I always have like 3 open somewhere in the house because I'm always putting some on. But this one, yeah, is with blue chamomile and vanilla too. And yeah, that's basically what I do to finish off my makeup look, and I reapply it numerous times during the day. And yeah, so that's it. That's the look. That's basically the look I do every time I record a video. And still it is my go-to look when I have to go out and I want to put on some makeup. That's the look I will go for without even thinking. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you found it interesting. And yeah, thank you for watching and see you very soon.